in the group in the play-in
Dude,
stages.
our mascot team got eliminated immediately.
I saw that, man.
Hey, Ints beat TSM though.
Huh?
Not TSM. Ints beat someone.
That wasn't
Ints.
Team Liquid.
Yeah, the mascot.
They got smoked by Liquid.
Yeah,
They got smoked by everyone.
Yeah, they got smoked by everyone else.
something like that.
I was watching the games on YouTube and I was like, I clicked on one of the Ints games and the first comment was like, I guess we know why that's their team name. Like, alright, yeah.
That's true.
Man, I bet they were just waiting for that to happen though. That's why they named themselves that. It's like, hey, we can't feel bad.
It's
You know,
BTL. Ints' one win came against TL.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go. Ints is greater than NA. But they lost this game, so then I think Mad Lions would have to play this game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the game that you're telling me they intentionally lost.
Yeah, because they were both 1-3. So if TL wins this game, Mad Lions goes straight on. But if TL loses, then they would have to play Ints. And if Ints beats them, Mad Lions is out. Like they don't even get a chance. I mean, which is just fucking hilarious. But yeah. Oh yeah, Unicorns of Love beat LGD. That was true. And I don't think there was any wacky picks. This one though. Oh, they.
What's it called? Their comp for that game was just
What, Unicorns?
no. LGD's comp was just
Oh yeah,
awful.
This comp is awful. Why would you ever pick Volibear? Like literally, I mean, I guess Volibear.
No, it's like they had like a pure melee comp against.
Like it's all
Just
melee.
like- yeah.
It's literally all melee. Into Twitch Alistar. And Twitch once he goes it's me, gets a Nidalee buff and gets like a 2-man knockup from Alistar, like you just lose the fight.
Yeah.
Because Kramer, if Kramer ever gets caught, he just dies. But where's that game where they played Ori bot? It was like one of the first games they played.
They played Ori bot.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And
this is the one you said it was carry Ori bot, right?
Yes.
So I figured they'd.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
That's Oriana bot.
Yeah.
It's Oriana Nautilus into Caitlyn Set.
What?
Also, No Man's is like a god at Kassadin.
Yeah.
Like he went 11-2 this game on Kassadin.
Ooh.
Like he's a god at Kassadin.
I don't see the casting you picked very much. So.
Yeah.
Glad to see it.
Mostly because Kassadin needs like 16 before like Kassadin has 6.
Casting.
Yeah, before Kassadin is just the fucking one-shot monster that we all know and love.
I
But
remember
yeah.
when he was like insta banned in season 4.
Oh no, it was season 3. Season 3, he was the most broken champion ever.
Was it season 3?
Yes, because his Q would silence.
Yeah, his Q would silence. I thought they got rid of that in season 4.
Yeah, they got rid of it in season 4.
Yeah.
And then, but he did just stupid. Like people talk about, oh my god, Samir is this broken champion. Blah, 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 blah. No, season 3 Caster was a broken champion.
I loved him. I loved him then, man.
Like I understand, and I even had this talk with him whenever he showed up. I understand if you find Samira annoying, and that's fine, right? She's not broken.
Yeah.
Like broken is like release Zoe.
Broken was like season 1 League of Legends.
Yes.
It's like fundamentally this is broken.
Yes.
Fundamentally, you cannot
fundamentally-
have TF ulti on his E and it's like a 2-second or like I don't know how long of a cooldown it was. But like fundamentally that's broken.
Fundamentally, you should not build Sunfire Cape on Eve and one-shot people by standing on them. Like that was actually a thing. Like you would rush like 2 Sunfire Capes on Eve and just stand on people and they would die. Also, the Black Cleaver meta was broken.
Yeah.
Because you would buy like 5 Black Cleavers because they weren't unique passives.
5 Bloodthirsters.
It was only Black Cleaver. It was literally only Black Cleaver because Black Cleaver was
5
just,
Warmogs on
like,
Mundo.
Imagine that. Imagine 5 Warmogs on Mundo.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome back before like all the changes to Warmogs. Too.
Broken was
Remember when you could just buy an item that just give you gold?
Yeah, you would literally buy an item that just gives you
There were
gold.
like 3 items like that. Philosopher's Stone,
Oh,
Heart Turtle,
that's
the
right.
gold of the... there was like a green one.
Philosopher's
Yeah.
Stone. Oh shit.
Or was it 3 was it just those 2? I fucking love
Dude,
building. I would go like Nunu top and just build like 3 Philosopher's Stones. Like I'd be useless, but I'd be rolling in bank.
No. You know what was broken? Klepto. Kleptomancy, that old. I don't know if you played when Klepto was around.
Was it the old rune pages where you actually had to buy them?
No. It was along like with the new rune pages, right?
Okay.
So it was kind of like Sheen, where once you use an ability and your next 2 autos, it would give you plus 5 gold, plus a chance to roll a random consumable.
Yeah.
Random.
So you ever just
most of the time it would give you like a biscuit or something like that.
Yeah, you ever just play like Vlad top and take Klepto and just have like a 500 gold lead without killing them?
I think the play was to go like Ezreal top because sometimes you
Dude,
roll
Ezreal was
elixirs
just
and then you just fucking.
Ezreal was just beyond god tier because you would just get so much free stuff.
Yeah, because you just queue people and then like they couldn't do anything. It was like, all right, I guess they got Elixir of Iron and they're just
cool. They got a free elixir of sorcery, so they do true damage to me. It's like Zoe getting a random redemption from the, you know how she has like the balloons? They give her free stuff. It's like her getting a redemption or an ignite.
Oh, God.
Yeah, imagine if whenever Zoe landed her Q, she gave Jesus.
But Samira's broken because her ult does damage. And we're playing a comp with no CC. Why can't we stop her?
Oh man, but it is annoying playing against her.
It is annoying. I'll give you that. Yeah.
No, it's annoying. Like I'm not saying she's not annoying to play against.
Dashes, the move cancels.
But like she's not God.
Yeah.
Like people are acting like she's just God.
I was more scared of Aphelios.
Yes!
Yeah.
Aphelios release was just absurdly broken. You ever just get one shot from halfway across the map because of the sniper and the
entire team just fucking dies because Aphelios has
because the flamethrower ult
God,
kills everything.
You ever just press Q with your red form and heal to full health?
Oh fuck that! Yeah, I remember that.
Like Aphelios on relief was broken.
Yeah, it was annoying. I had no idea what the hell he was doing half the time. Like,
And like that's the thing,
make so many
people
noises
act
and
like Samira. Like I can explain TLDR what Samira passive does.
Yeah.
TLDR, she has a range form. She can go range and melee, ubiquitously, right?
Yeah.
She does it at once. Her melee form does a bit more magic damage and does slight execute damage, right? If someone gets hard CC around her, she can dash to them and fire off some quick shots, knocking them up in the air for a shorter duration and giving her a stack of her passive. Her passive is also that every unique ability that she uses in sequential order.
Doesn't it also have move speed?
Yeah, and it gives you a burst of movement speed. Try explaining someone Aphelios' passive. Well, Aphelios
I just recently played Singed, and his passive is like you pass through someone and you move faster. Quicker. I was like, how? How is this a passive?
It's so stupid. It used to be more mana you get, the more that's turned into health. So it's like you just buy a bunch of fucking mana items and you get a shit ton of health. You're super tanky, and like that makes sense. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
This new one, it's just it doesn't
it's so
really.
Bad.
It's hard. Yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. It's not useful. So I miss all that stupid health I have just for buying mana things.
Like, dude, I'm pretty sure Set's passive is more words than Samira passive. Like Set, because the pure pit grit. The one where they talk about the punches, and then with the Haymaker passive, that is more words than Samira's passive. But oh my god, I don't understand what she does. Come on,
no,
people.
Samira's decently. I mean, it's easier to understand what she does,
like,
especially when her abilities are so like not bland, but like they're straightforward. Like
like
Q,
her E's a dash that resets if you get a takedown.
Damn,
her W is just an omnidirectional wind wall. Her Q is either Ezreal Q or a slash in front of her.
Yeah.
And her ult is you can only use it if you have an S rating. And then once you use it, you consume all your rating. And then if you get CC'd, your ult stops.
Yeah.
Like
ulti's just life steal Katarina.
Yeah. Okay, do we want to get started on this podcast?
Yeah, we have been.
Oh, we have been.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
This guy's always pulling a fucking sneaky one on
doing
us.
Okay. I guess we'll just start it once I say so. Okay, we ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Art of Running It Down. I'm of course Mason Anderson, and I'm still joined by our lovely co-hosts.
Yes, sir. That's Paul Torretti over here.
Yeah, and my name is Alexis, as always.
All right. So, Worlds has been kicking off these past weeks. Play-in stages wrap up, I believe, tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Early tomorrow morning.
1 a.m.
and we have
tomorrow, the first game starts.
Right. And we have a lot of big news that's from that. So, let's just like they always say, let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
So, big takeaways. Just big general takeaways from the play-in stage, Alexis. What's kind of your big takeaways from this?
My big takeaway is that even if LGD makes it out of their knock-ins tomorrow, I don't think they're gonna do that well, even if they make it into the groups. And that was pretty. That's not what I expected out of them. So that's like my biggest takeaway is just like how bad LGD has been playing, and I didn't really have an eye on PSG, or well, like I did because they're one of the Chinese teams, but they certainly look good. And you've been saying that Team Liquid also. I haven't seen much of Team Liquid's games, but they certainly look good in your eyes as well.
Right, Paul. Do you have any takeaways from the play-in stage?
Yeah, Team Liquid spanked the fuck out of Ints, man, and that's just how it was. So you want to say they looked good? Well, yeah, they looked good. Spanking a baby around. Everyone looks good doing that shit. Like, hell, I could look good, and I weigh like 20 pounds. So they looked real good today.
Yeah. So my big takeaway from the group stage is that I think for once in Worlds, the wildcard teams are like actually like real contenders to upset some teams on the group stage. I mean, PSG Talon you talked about, they went 4-1 in groups. I mean, they won their group. Unicorns of Love and Supermassive, who play today, tomorrow morning, for the right to go to the group stage, they both look really good, and it's a real shame that we don't get to see both of them in the group stage. Because Unicorns of Love has played, they just do not care about what's meta. They say, you know what, we're comfortable playing this, we're gonna pick it.
Yeah.
I mean, and even then, Supermassive has looked great. Even Rainbow 7, who got knocked out by LGD early this morning, 3-0, they looked great for a stretch.
Yeah.
They beat LGD straight up in the round robin stage.
Yeah, and they just they had pure confidence, especially when they were taking that last fight at Elder, or not the last fight, but they were taking that Elder Dragon fight, and it's we don't have a jungler. We're just gonna straight up just still kill you because we're just that confident.
They just play these teams play with such confidence and they have nothing to lose. Mm-hmm. And honestly, that's really refreshing to see.
Yeah,
because a lot of people were like, well, it's just gonna be dominated by the major regions, and I'm sure it still is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because this isn't to say that top Supermassive or Unicorns of Love can be top esports or whatever, but it's really refreshing to see these teams compete with some of these major regions.
Yeah.
But Alexis, you brought it up. LGD, man, they are on something. They will probably make it out at play-ins. They play Legacy, who honestly, out of the teams, they look good, but not really that impressive. They don't look like world beaters. You know what I mean? And LGD will get to play them. They have a best of 5 this morning. And you even brought it up, and I hope you can elaborate on it, that you don't think LGD will even do that good coming out of it.
No, I honestly don't think they're there's nothing in their team that from their performances that stands out for them to come out of groups, which I'm assuming that's what you want to do. They've just in all their games they've not been playing well, especially against that I think it was the V7 versus LGD comp. V3.
What V something?
V's. Yeah, it was during them where they just drafted was it that? No, I think it was Unicorns of Love versus LGD, where they just drafted a pure melee comp, and they just got steamrolled. They did good early game, and then when it came to doing those team fights, they just couldn't do anything because their comp existed of Volibear against a Swain, and Volibear can't do anything against Swain. Once he gets that ulti up, he pops Zhonya's, what is Volibear gonna do?
Exactly.
He's gonna use his ulti to run away, and then he's useless.
Can't flip him.
Yeah, you can't flip him anymore. What I will say is that, as much as people have advertised that Peanut has been a good jungler, he has certainly looked everything but that. Like, there are a lot of these games where you can point to Peanut and say, you were the reason that this team, that they lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Peanut.
you brought it up in the game against the first game against R7 that they lost.
Mm-hmm.
R7 has no smite. There was no way they could smite Baron. And you lose Ocean Soul. It was Ocean Soul. It wasn't Elder. It was Ocean Soul. I checked.
Yeah.
You lose that to a team with no smite. Like, how is that, like, possible? And then not only that, you get wiped in the team fight.
Yeah.
Because of all the junglers you can pick, Peanut just said, I'm going to pick Lee Sin. Like, why?
Embarrassing.
Like,
Embarrassing.
It's just beyond me that... Sorry.
Look at that nerd.
Yeah. Like, we have... Like, Peanut just, like... I don't know if he just refuses to play it or he just can't. Like, why we're not seeing Hecarim from LGD? Why we're not seeing Evelyn from LGD? Like, he played Kindred twice in... I think he played Kindred all series. I'm checking Game 3 right now. When he played Kindred, which is fine. But honestly, R7 just had no answer for Kindred.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, if Legacy just bans Kindred, like, you're basically saying, okay, Peanut, you're going to play Lee Sin again? You're going to play Lilia for the second time ever on stage? By the way, for those who don't know, Peanut first time Lilia on stage. Like, he hadn't played it in China in the LPL regular season or in the playoffs beforehand. He first time Lilia. Like, you just can't do that. I don't know if it's LGD being overconfident.
Yo, big ball.
Like, I don't know what it is. It could be just supreme confidence in yourself.
Big D syndrome.
But, like, yeah, like, you've just got to understand that, like, your comp does not need Lee Sin. And you should be able to outplay R7 or, like, Victory 3 or whoever on Lilia. Like, you are former world finalist Peanut. Like, you should be better than this.
Yeah, even the commentators were, like, talking about it. It's like, oh, how LGD has these world veteran teams, world veteran
these
players, and they're getting upset by R7, who it's all their players, it's like their first time.
Yeah, they've never been to Worlds.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not like R7 has closed the gap in talent. Like, I'm not saying R7 is not talented. They could probably kick my butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, like, R7 isn't filled with a bunch of world beaters here. You know what I mean? Like we're looking at Game 3, Peanut plays Kindred again. Like, what happens if Legacy just bans Kindred? Like, okay, are you going to, like, what the adaptation for R7 was pick Kindred. I mean, and I don't know if that will work against Legacy. I hope that Legacy beats LGD, because LGD thus far has not looked like they deserve to go to groups, to be in the group.
I will say, though, I don't know exactly what his statistics are throughout the entirety of the game, but LGD's ZA? Or GA. He does, like, from the entirety of his roster, like, GA's been, like, trying to put his team on his back.
GA and Kramer are fine. Like, GA and Kramer are, like, the carries on this team.
Yeah.
And Peanut randomly just runs it down sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes Mark as well.
And Mark will just whiff. Like, he'll see ghosts. He'll be like, you don't know. And then it's like, Mark, you're like, you completely whiffed. So, and again, this is not like a personal bash at LGD. Like, the players, like, obviously they're talented, you know, and obviously, you know, I know they're trying their hardest, but if they don't make it out, if they don't beat Legacy, this is a complete failure from the coaching staff. Like, you are not adapting to what's good right now. What's good right now is not Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Like,
even though Lee Sin always has, like, that joke where, like, oh, it's Worlds, time to buff Lee Sin so he can see him at Worlds.
Like,
it's like, cease.
Like, I don't understand why.
I've heard that before.
I mean, I understand Lee Sin's probably, like, the best early game jungler. you know, he tries to get his
Makes
lanes
some flashy
rolling.
plays. Yeah.
But if you don't get your lanes rolling, like,
Crowd please.
what are you actually doing?
yeah,
Like,
he
actually, what are you doing? Like,
putting on a good show.
yeah, like you're just trying to entertain the fans at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, and like, I guess if you're down with that, but it's also that's also not like R7, especially in the best of 5, has not had some pretty questionable drafts.
Yeah.
Like, we're looking at game 3 right here. One of these things is not like the other.
Kale.
One of these things just doesn't belong. Why would you ever pick Kale with Lee Sin? Why would you ever pick Lee Sin in this comp?
Hey man,
Like,
listen.
People
They're
go
just
crazy.
here to please the crowd. Let's
Hell
pick
yeah.
Kale. Let's
Yeah.
pick Leeson.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure Hecarim was open. You could have just picked Hecarim.
I mean,
Hecarim's broken right
Man,
now.
he got this Hecarim boner right now.
Hecarim Orianna is just like one of the best mid jungle combos. You have an ability that literally speeds up Hecarim.
nah, but Leeson can kick. He goes in there. Same thing.
Hell yeah.
Lee Sin
man.
kicks.
That
Lee
shit was
Sin.
cool. That shit's real cool, especially like I know they don't got Ruby Crystal anymore, but
Yeah.
if he gets a good ward down, you know.
There was
that's hot.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah,
there was a play in game 1 where Peanut tried kicking a Ornn that's using his Bella's Breath, which obviously if you don't know, Bella's Breath makes Ornn unstoppable, so he can't be CC during that duration. So imagine trying to kick Ornn while he's doing that.
Man, it's like kicking a rock. I'm gonna hurt my
Yeah,
foot.
yeah, like it's not like Lee Sin started the animation, Ornn pressed W. Ornn was actively in his W and Lee Sin tried kicking him. Like,
Listen, we all make mistakes in the heat of the passion.
That's true, man. I ult bushes as Warwick and there's like nothing in
Right.
there. I'm just like hopping in there.
Right.
My W's active. All right, I'm just
I'm
going
going
in.
in. It's like, hey, the blood trail leads here. I'm
like
hopping
you,
there.
you see, like you got like blood in your eyes, like you're like ready to go. And like it's not even like if LGD gets out, like they're going to an easy group. They will go to the group with TSM, Fnatic, and Gen G.
Yeah.
Because remember, there's 3 other Chinese teams, and those are in the other 3 groups. So it's not like they're going into an easy group to where they're like, oh, we can get out.
No, yeah, that's the most I wouldn't say like the hardest group to go into, but it's a group where like people are gonna be fighting their lives together.
Yeah, it's the most even group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think most people would agree Gen G, Fnatic, TSM, and LGD are around the same level, probably. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's just kind of like they could maybe win 2 games. From the way that they've been looking, they could probably maybe win 2 games in that group.
Yeah.
Like maybe split with Fnatic and TSM. But other than that, like,
but it's not something you really want to see.
no,
It's
like you don't want to see, like, again, I'm not wishing that the LGD like goes 0-6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, you want to see this team perform well.
Yeah, and right now it certainly doesn't look like, even if they make it out, it's not like next week
it
they're
doesn't
going to be
look
able to fix all the the
Like
bad things
these
that
are
they're doing.
inherent problems with their drafting, and Peanut and Mark, players that I don't think are that are fixable. I don't think these are fixable.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Peanut got peanut brain. Can't
Yeah. Peanut has a peanut brain.
I also what's it called? I do want to correct the game that I was talking about was not LGD. It was Unicorns of Love versus PSG, which I think
that was the Swain game.
Yeah,
that was a Swain game.
Yeah, that was a Swain game where like it was Volibear, Echo, Set, Jin, and what's it called? Not Volibear. Alistar, and it's just like a pure melee comp against Swain, Orianna, Hecarim. It's just like, what do you think was gonna happen?
I'm maulding. I'm actually maulding. But moving on from LGD, going to something more positive. We talked about this. I know you brought it up, Paul.
Yes.
With TL. Obviously, TL looked really good in play-ins. They went 4-1. They just about smashed everyone they played. They did lose one game, but it was to Ints Esports, which a lot of people were saying, well, TL probably intentionally threw that game so they could force Mad Lions to play a tiebreaker game, which honestly I totally believe.
Galaxy Brain move.
Yeah, like just giga brain move. But TL looked really good. Like game 1 against Mad Lions, it was like no contest, and from there they just kind of rolled through everyone. So
yeah, I didn't see most of those. I didn't see many games against TL. I maybe saw their very first game against Mad Lions, and it wasn't like anything astonishing that I saw from them. It just seemed like they played a well game. What could you tell me that contributed like these highlights that are like make them stand out right now?
Broxah finally did something. Like, he's not farming for
he's the opposite of Peanut right now.
Yeah, he's the opposite of Peanut. He's not farming for level 19, what he was doing in the LCS, where he was like, all right, guys, I'm just gonna farm, and he's actually like contributing with Jensen, and they're making plays around the side around Tactical, who has looked great. Tactical has looked phenomenal.
Yeah, I think it was during that Mad Lions game he played Twitch, right?
Yeah, he was playing Twitch Recon, which, by the way, Twitch Recon is probably the best bot lane in Worlds right now.
That was certainly surprising seeing like all going into this game.
Right.
Twitch is a big pick now.
Yeah, Twitch is a huge pick right now. Play him at home. Twitch is really strong right now. But like the thing is, it's like TL is finally aggressive. Like, we're seeing them being the playmakers and not just constantly reacting, which is what a lot of NA fans were hoping that we would see from them. Like, this is a team that is notorious for just like, we're gonna just try and not lose. Like, with Double Lift back then and every Worlds that they've been to, it was very like TL's just trying not to lose. You know what I mean? And they still lost. But
especially with the roster, and they have like Impact and Tactical. You certainly think like these guys can win lane.
Yeah,
and they could like hard carry from early into late. Yeah,
Tactical in his first World, Tactical has looked great. And again, we know it's against a lot of wildcard teams and teams that people aren't looking like, wow, victory 3, what world beaters?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but you have to give credit where credit is due. Like, TL has looked great. They have, other than maybe PSG Talon, who have probably been the surprise good team of this, because PSG Talon, if you don't know, they had like 3 subs going into, like, they had to sub 3 players out, and they looked great.
And that, I think it was due to visa issues, right?
Yeah, it was due to visa issues. From going from, I think it was Taiwan to China. They had some visa issues, so they got 3 players from other teams to join PSG Talon, and they're 4-1.
Yeah.
Wow. Like,
and it's like, it's
credit
good to say. It's not like they're just like hard beating their lanes. It's like
they're just playing
they have good synergy with each other, and they're like they're good as a team.
And it's the same thing with TL. TL, this is probably the best I've seen TL play on an international stage, other than maybe MSI.
Okay.
Other than the finals in MSI, where they lost the quickest 5-game series ever to G2. But no, TL, if they get in that group with G2, Sunning, and Machi, they will probably get out of that group. I could really see them getting out of that group. Now, if they get JDG, Danwan, and Rogue, no. But I really hope that the gods of LOL Esports put them in their group with G2, because
they might have a chance.
NA deserves. NA has one NA team. NA already has a team with Top and Dragon X. We don't need a team with JDG and Dan1. We really don't. But yeah, like, TL has looked great. They have looked awesome. And then going to the other major team from a major region this way, Mad Lions. So Mad Lions are done.
Yeah, they're over.
They lost yesterday morning to Supermassive. They lost in 5, so it was a 5-game series. Now, I know, Paul, me and you watched Game 5 here, and
the Renekton was not the move.
No, it really wasn't. Imagine your 4th pick, right? You have Gangplank open. You have, like, you have Malphite. You could pick Malphite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't know, Supermassive picked Malphite with their last pick, right? You could pick Malphite.
Singed.
Well, I don't know about Singed.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
But you have Gangplank. You have Malphite. You have, like, all these champions, and you pick Renekton. Of all the champions that you could have picked, you pick Renekton. And then you finish it by picking Corki. No, I'm no expert at team synergies, right? But Renekton Corki does not work. Because we saw a lot of times Renekton would dive in and instantly die.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now there's no front line for Corki.
No.
But
he got creamed. He got spanked.
Yes.
I should say. Like,
yes, Orome...
He really didn't do anything. Like, that Malphite was just bullying him.
Yes.
Whole game.
Yes. So what I will say, though, is this is what I say when wildcard teams are looking really good. Supermassive, I know it was a 5-game series, but Mad Lions, I mean, they were like second place in EU in terms of like regular season. Supermassive beat them. Like, Mad Lions is done.
Yeah.
They're going home.
Yeah, nothing to compete for anymore.
Exactly. So, like, these regional, these wildcard teams are like looking really good. Like,
yeah,
again,
it's honestly great to see because like you want these wildcard teams to come in and just like fists on the ground or like feet back in the ground, like feet in the air and fists just thrown up. They're like putting up the biggest fight of their lives because you honestly don't want to see like a wildcard team come in as like, oh, I guess we're playing against Danlong Gaming, so we're just gonna be trolling or we lost.
They know they're playing with no pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're playing with house money, so they're saying, you know what, let's just go out there and have fun.
Yeah, and it's honestly the biggest thing that we've seen of that was LGD versus V7 or R7, and they're just like
LGD choked. They choked the game. Like,
you lost their jungler. All right, we're still gonna fight you.
Yeah, like they really don't care, and that's really good to see. Also, can we please just? I don't know if the coach has to sit Shadow down, who's Mad Lions jungler, because. If not for Shadow, Peanut would be the worst jungler in play-ins. Shadow has looked terrible.
Yeah.
He should be the first guest on this podcast because he literally ran it down in some games.
Yeah.
Like, there are plays where you like have to sit. Like, I was watching a game at 2 a.m, sitting in this chair watching Shadow. I'm like, what is going on in his head to think that is a good idea? Like, it is genuinely some NA Silver solo queue stuff. Like, it really is. And it's just bad.
Yeah.
And so, but Mad Lions just did not look good all play-ins. They I don't know if they were overconfident or just unprepared for the meta. But some teams just waxed them. Remember, they had to play Ints to even get the right to. They could have easily been the last place team
in the entire group or in their group.
Yeah, but even then, I do have to give them some break. They're all rookies. This is their first Worlds.
Yeah. I mean, it was good of them just to like even make it this far. I guess you could say.
Yeah, even then.
Hell yeah.
So hopefully this is a learning lesson for them. I mean, hopefully they come back next year motivated because I think this is could be a really fun team to watch. But Shadow, please stop running it down, and Humanoid, please stop thinking you can just 1v1 everyone. Please.
What are you talking about? He bought that. What's it called? What's the book that gives you more?
Mage Eyes.
He bought Mage Eyes. Immediately died. You know what? I love you, Humanoid. Just for doing that.
Alright.
Shouts out to you, Humanoid.
I'm gonna 1v1 set. He has Flash and W. Oh wait, Malphite's TPing in. Better Valkyrie in. Like.
Yeah, we went hard, man.
I like the confidence.
Well, it's the show.
But you gotta, man, in a best of 5, win or go home, you should probably not do that.
Nah.
That's what makes it even more intense.
You're
man.
lucky he's not the jungler and he's not the picking Lisa.
Dude, if I have to see Shadow's Evelyn one more time, I'm gonna snap. Dude, his Evelyn is it's actually just.
He just did nothing. He was just the trinket.
It's actually
just the word.
He's a mobile ward. Like, imagine, even Speaka's Evelyn has been fine. Like, Speaka's Evelyn has been pretty good.
It was alright.
You know what I mean? Like, Speaka's Nidalee is great.
Yeah.
If Shadow ever plays Nidalee, but. Going a little, not even deeper, but just talking about Worlds in general, we have seen some really, really interesting picks for Worlds.
Yeah.
I know Game 5 that we saw, Paul, we saw Malphite. We saw the Rock
Didn't expect
Man.
that,
Yeah, I love that. No, Malphite was awesome. I mean, he was spanking the hell out of that Renekton. So
Yeah.
that was fun to watch. But also, like, you knew what was gonna happen. Like they spanked him from the beginning to the end.
Right.
So
And you even saw in some cases Malphite was just sitting there in the turret like.
He was sitting there just taking it, and like Renekton would lose health, just like fight him, and Malphite would just stand there and like he'd gain health.
Malphite would literally go up, clear the waves,
yeah,
and just
take
leave.
Clear waves,
And just walk away.
and walk away.
And Renekton's like,
And have more health than Renekton, like when it all started.
like, so we've seen that. We've seen a rise in Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch has been everywhere this world. I think someone said he was like the hardest scaling AD carry. I mean,
Really?
Twitch is always known to hyper carry.
Yeah, I won't say he was like the most hyper carry
Right.
scaling because I'm pretty sure like something else like I don't know the
Well,
current
right,
meta
right,
like Tristana or something like that.
Current, well, I mean, we saw LGD pick Tristana when Twitch Rakan, which for those who don't know, right now in this meta, Twitch Rakan is like probably the best bot lane because you just farm for Cutlass. Once Twitch hits that Cutlass, he'll be around 6. So then you can stealth them the turret, walk at them, Rakan will trail you. You can Cutlass them while you're invisible, and the Rakan can ED you in full combo whoever that you want to kill, and you just open up with your W and Spray and Pray. So, but they picked Tristana, and it worked. So according to my results-based analysis, Tristana's better than Twitch.
I mean, I'm seeing right here. What's it called? I don't know the results of this game, but talking about like hyper 80 carries and a pick we haven't seen in a while. Supermassive picked what's her name?
Vayne.
Vayne.
Wait, when they picked Vayne? I'm sorry. What
I was
game
wondering where
was
the
this?
Vayne.
Game 4.
Oh, no wonder they lost that game.
All right. I guess that's why Twitch is the best.
Yeah, I mean, but like we've seen Vayne, we've seen all these characters. It's really exciting. Maybe just to wrap it up, what picks do you want to see next? What picks are you looking for?
Man, you talking about for the end for the
Like what next wacky champion do you want to see next? Like what do you want to see someone pull out in Smurf on?
Oh man,
You know what? I forgot the person that picked them, but I want to see Victor again. You know what?
Oh, Power
Pull
People's
out-
Victor!
pull
You
out-
see Power People's Victor?
I want to see Power of Evil somehow make it back into Worlds and play as Victor.
Yeah, I can't wait to see Power People's Victor versus Knights of Calling.
I'd love to see that. I mean, hey, that's a.
I just
classic.
love Victor, so I'd love to see.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, but yeah.
I would love to see more teams start to play Silas. I know Silas was kind of fringe pick ban in play-ins, but Silas is really strong right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the buff that the patch that he got buffed.
Because it was the GL. It was also the GLP. Because it's impossible to miss your the second part of the E, where you throw the chains out when they're slowed by GLP. You know what I mean? So I would love to see a lot of Caps and Knight and Showmaker and Chovy, pull out Silas, because I think Silas can be really strong, especially in a lot of comps right now. And I know, Paul, I know you were talking about Garen in every role.
Garen in every role is always like my dream. If we could get Garen mid with Ignite and where they don't have clarity anymore, Cleanse.
Yeah, you want Garen to take clarity.
I do.
Right.
He wants Garen with no flash.
Yes, I
Are
want
you
Garen.
hoping they win the game?
No. Hear me out. They'll be so befuddled when they hear that clarity thing go off, and then like my teammates get mana too. So it's like, whoa,
Whoa.
utility
This
there.
guy's
right?
hacking the game. He's the last clarity.
Exactly.
ARAM only ruined in my normal game.
Well, it didn't used to always be there. It didn't used to always be there.
Well, you used to have Revive too.
Yeah, I used to have Revive too. But really, honestly, I want to, being realistic, I know we're not going to see the Garen mids anytime soon with Clarity or Ignite, but I do want a Mundo back.
Right.
I want a Mundo anywhere. If he's back in jungle or not,
I could
I'd
see
love
if there's
that.
a run. If there's
like
a run on
a
top lane
yeah.
bans, there's a run on top lane bans. I could see some team maybe playing Mundo.
Just as like they really need that tank.
Especially if like one team picks like Senna and like Lee Sin and like a bunch of champions that can't really kill Mundo. Like once the game goes on, I
could see a world in where like they ban Twitch, like all the AD carries, and it's just like Jhin.
Like Senna, Senna cannot kill Mundo to save her life.
I don't think Jhin can kill Mundo that much.
Well, actually, Bork Jhin only against Mundo is pretty good.
Bork Jhin, really?
Yes.
Do you need Vlad?
Don't try it at home because it's terrible. It's terrible in every other scenario. Because you think about Bork, you think about heavy DPS.
Yeah.
And you have Jhin. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for here.
Oh, we didn't hear your pick.
Oh, I said Silas. I was saying Silas.
Yeah. I got wrapped up in you saying Jhin is like, I want to hear you talk about Jhin.
Silas all the time, too.
Well, I know it's a little bit short of a podcast, but we promise next week, there's going to be group stage. We'll have a lot more to talk about with that.
Yeah.
So, till next time, guys, make sure you flame your jungler and your mid laner when you run it down.
Yeah. Sub 2.
It's always the support's fault.
Damn
and we'll
sup.
see you next time.
Hey, see you.